Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fableheim and Iratus, Lord of the Dead, the beta branch version of the early access video game where we continue where we left things off last time. I posed a question at the end of last episode and I still don't know the answer, and that is the Enchanted Heart. Who do we give it to? At the start of each round, the minion restores 5% of its max vigor. To me, that sounds like a Lost Soul thing. Who has been named Ankea. Our main group is now fully named, and it's beautiful. It's the first time I've ever done that. Just a fun fact, Ankea is the only character that has survived the entire time so far. Yeah. Not a great record. But anyway, the reason why I think she should be getting the Enchanted Heart is because the only way she can heal is if Sanguinar takes damage while in his stance. She can't heal herself in any way, shape, or form. She can't defend herself in any way, shape, or form. So I think she gets the heart. Even though there is also argument for Sanguinar to receive it, because of course Sanguinar is trying to get hit the most. He's just trying to be hit all the time. So it would make sense if he's recovering HP every turn. Yes? Of course, Ner'zhul could also receive it, but he's kind of busy. So I don't know. I'll keep thinking on it. It's just there when we need it. Now today, I do have a very important thing to discuss, and that is blocks and wards. Because there are a few ways to get around blocks and wards, but we've been doing it the hard way, which we'll discuss when we fight because we're going to get through some anyway. But there are two main ways to chip away at blocks and wards without wasting turns. One of those is, of course, the vampire, who we have not really used at all. I also don't have enough blood to make her, but she has this ability called aLwAyS. All attacks against the target ignore both block and ward until the battle ends. The vampire loses 10 vigor, and now that target is marked, and no matter how many blocks or wards they give themselves, I'm looking at you, you freaking oracle, that doesn't matter. They're just ignored. You can also make it so they lose evasion or accuracy, and knowing what I know about the next floor, this might be very helpful. Incredibly helpful, actually, if I were to take a guess. So I was thinking, in the shower where all great thoughts are had, about making a support vampire who uses aLwAyS and the Bloody Offering to spam out those Wrath abilities, of which we don't use very many, but we can spam them, so why not use them? If you're wondering who she would go in over, the safe theory is going in over Ner'zhul, because Ner'zhul's kind of just here to deal damage alongside Skeletor. The frisky move would be to place her in over Sanguinar. And I'm not quite sure what the correct call is yet. The thing about the vampire, though, is that she is super, super squishy. So, we'll talk more about her, though, if we get around to making her. The other way, of course, to get through blocks and wards is how I've done it in the past. The tried, the true, spam all of your spells on it. So, Hail of Teeth. This deals physical damage twice to the same target, so we'll remove 2 blocks. And hopefully we can actually get that, because we're quite close. I don't think we're going to be using these Shackles of War.
It embellishes my undead features.
I do think the Shackles of War could be incredibly good, though, on these higher difficulties, because they can't get inspired. But let's pick up the Hail of Teeth. To get through wards, of course, it's a little more challenging, because you have this single target one Flaming Skull that you can use. You can also level up to Skullfall. This will remove ward from everyone, but it is a very expensive spell to just remove ward. There is also, down the magic tree that we're very close to, the Finger of Death. This is amazing, obviously. Removes all blocks, wards, removes all buffs, forces them to lose a ton of their HP and sanity, but it is very expensive. It would be challenging to use this once every fight. Possible, but challenging. Now, last time we picked up Necromancy Power near the end of the episode, which means every time we use Distillation here, we will take and deal 10% more damage, take 10% less damage. So, just throw in some of this bones.
It's no gold, but it will do.
And now, when we go fight this, we should be fine. A Dwarven Berserker, a Dwarven Hammerer, an Oracle, and a Flamethrower. Let's see if we can see our buffs, shall we? Well, we can't see the buff, but I have faith that it's active. Which may not amount to much. Alright. Who are we warding? Probably Sanguinar. I think I'm just going to use Strength of Mediocrity here. Just start get the buffs rolling. Hit me. I dare ya. Well, okay. The one thing about mana, or magic, that doesn't really apply to us is that, magic costs mana, right? But right now, we have Ner'zhul funding us with free mana, basically. Assuming things hit it. We're kind of in a peculiar situation where we want the enemies to hit 2 people, which is unusual. I think I just want to hit really hard. That sounds like fun. Alright, Skeletor.
Death predestined.
Show him why you are our carry.
Perish.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. Brings a tear to my eye. What is this again? I don't know. But I'm going to swing at you. Oh, you have a lot of armor. Do I care? No. Through 30 armor, that was still a lot of damage. We're actually going to be able to utilize our Chomp. Ow. Our Chomp Chomp. I did kind of forget that if something is blocked by the ward, it doesn't trigger whatchamacallit. Chomp Chomp.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
You also get to hear Iratus sing, which is peculiar. This is why I think Ankia needs the Lost Soul, by the way. Or the Enchanted Heart. The whatever she has. Yes, buff yourself. What could go wrong? I can always heal myself. Oh, that scream from the hammerer. Please leave me alone. I'm gonna take one more turn of this. I'm gonna have to damage Sanguinar, I think. Does this count as a buff? I don't actually know. Probably just gonna kill you though.
My kingdom comes.
Guess I'm not going to. There's another challenge with this setup, of course, is armor. Armor is a pain. So how do we get through armor? What? Excusez-moi. We get through armor delicately. Alright. Just remove all that. Ow. I think Ankia is gonna die. Of course, it's because I mentioned that she's the only one that hasn't died. Also, this flamethrower guy is very annoying. I think I have made a critical mistake. Would you like to know what that mistake is? It's letting him be up front.
More will come.
Yeah. It's letting him be up front. He can't be up front. I need to move him to heal.
Strength through pain.
Are we going to die and lose everything? I think so, actually. Is this Price of Glory gone? You have... You might live. Nope, not living. Not living this. not surviving this time, eh? I am worthy. Are you worthy?
Unnecessary sacrifice.
Goodbye. I did like you, unfortunately. So, we've learned a lot. Have we? Yeah, we have. But, oof, you hate to see it. I'm trying to think of how we could do this differently. I think I need to retreat, by the way. I did at the end of my turn, so we should be fine. Goodbye. Oh, and Ner'zhul's dead.
Death has been denied. For now.
We got 113 brain. Things went very poorly there. And I'm trying to think of how we can rectify that. Okay, so this ability that was destroying us, honestly, he needs to be in the first slot to use it. It's kind of hard to see because it's inverted, but... And if he's not in the first slot, roasting us, he's only going to move forward, buff himself, and try and get into the first slot to roast us. The Hammerer we've known for a while, and he's annoying. We only have a 13 and a 2 brain. Do I have anyone in the arena? Okay. That's not very helpful. If I'm being perfectly honest. But I'll try and make the most of this. In a moment of haste, we've assembled together something of a group. The goal here is to drive people insane, honestly. We'll see what we can do with this. This is about all we have left. We do have a 13 brain, of course, that we could try and use, but, yeah. I can interrupt stances, of course. My thought here, I had a few thoughts, honestly. But, I need to get you back. Can I move you, actually? I should be able to. Maybe. I need to kill this guy. That's what I need to do. Now, the... Here we go. Oh, I need block. Makes sense. Let's get rid of his accuracy. Now, of course, the goal here is to try and drive people insane and kill them with the Shade. That is the plan. Beautiful reduction.
Your frail bodies fail you.
And guess what? He's dead. Unless... Okay, this is regeneration. To say, unless she gives him ward, then she's not. And is not dead. I'm impressed by how well this hodgepodge is doing. That was a big crit. Maybe it's time to give up on Skeletor. Well, not give up. Give up's not the correct word. Maybe it's time to get creative and not just keep leaning into Skeletor. I'm not actually sure if I need to move. I think I'm in a good spot. I know, support Bone Golem, how bizarre. But hear me out. I think it's fine. Can't say I'm a fan of what she's doing right now. But I'm pretty sure I can kill her. Maybe not. Alright.
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
Get over here. Well. Maybe I can kill her? Almost. We're close. And we drove him insane. Nice. Maybe we should have started working on the hammer, because this guy's dead. Well, not dead. Close to dead. Finisher.
Good, good.
Thank you.
More materials. Didn't think it would be this easy.
This is going well. I'm having a good time. Recovery. Of course, remember we started with one less. So we're fighting 3 things, but I mean overall,
A sad display from mortal kind.
things went well, mostly. Kind of. Hello, Bone Golem. I think you need more hit points, lad. Our fallen Dampier, you did well, my dear. I upgraded the trap because of reasons, I guess. Probably need to upgrade to keep healing. Healing sounds good. Ignoring block and armor. It already does. All right.
I expect results.
Our Wraith is doing fine. I see nothing wrong here. Our Shade is our best boy. And yeah. We're fine. Skeletor is still healing, but I'm not sure how Skeletor fits into this composition, honestly. So, let's just keep moving. Don't ask any questions. This Bone Golem is probably not long for this world, but that's okay. I'm trying to think of who we want.
Behold my work.
What do we want from this? The Shade thing? Shades are pretty powerful. The Shade restores 25% of its attacks as Vigor, Mana, and Wrath for Iratus. So, the Shade, there's a popular strategy with the Shade, which is max out its evasion, and kind of, some people even give it Jester's Face, which I think is a bit crazy. You're crazy. Just accept it, you're crazy. Which makes things attack it, right? So, things would be attacking your highly evasive Shade, and your Shade would be shooting stuff back at it all the time. The problem with that, though, is if you fight an enemy that has a lot of accuracy and can negate your insane evasion, you're just gonna get hit a lot. Do we give him the Serpent Skull? Him critting is kind of hilarious. So I'm inclined to say yes. We want you to join us. No, we want you to Soul Gem. That's fine.
Ah, the smell of successful alchemy.
For the Fallen Dampier, do we just give her defense? That's always been my issue with the Dampier. Or damage. Damae. I think we wait and see what's what. Well, let's go sacrifice something. Do we sacrifice the buff pot? Or the Dampier? Probably the duplicate Dampier, right? Goodbye. Wait a minute. Do I want to do this? Yes. Spell power and a jar of blood. Okay. So we're looking at a hammerer, a treasurer, an oracle, and an elite marksman. Can we fight that? I think so. We're going to come up with something for the boss because this is not going to win against the boss. I mean, it could. Probably not, though. We did distill, so we should have... Get over here. We should have bonus defense and attack. Huh. Blocked. Start chipping away at the wards. You know you want to. Yeah, shoot my Wraith. My Wraith means no harm. There's another combination we could do here. There are a few, actually. We could introduce the Banshee, who we've never used this playthrough. She might have fun here. Oh, wait, this removes all wards, doesn't it? That is very good. I forgot it did that. Honestly. Probably need to be facing the Oracle, because she's the one that reapplies wards and stuff. Fortunately, that buff is not helpful for me at the moment. See? She reapplied it. And he's gone insane. And they marked my shade. And I need to move forwards.
Strength through pain.
Well, at least we got rid of the wards again. Lots of debuffs. Everyone has block. So we give armor to our dump here. Alright. Goodbye, block. That really hurt. So, rectifying the situation. A healer would be nice. We're stunned. You're fine.
Extinction of life.
Still have 2 blocks. You know what?
Don't know why. There's no sun up in the sky. Bony weather incoming.
We did block her, at least. It's a good start. Do we want... I could possibly kill him. He is insane. Has blocked. Good. Just move. Everywhere. Well. Okay. Well, I missed, but he should still be dead, maybe. Oh no, you marked my bone golem. Now he's dead.
Ooh, hope there will still be enough left to reanimate.
He's very dead now. I can interrupt that stance, which is probably the play. Ooh, that was a big crit. I guess we want to make sure the shade doesn't die? Question mark? Honestly, not too sure what the play is. It's the dump here that removes that stance. Let's put this down then. No. Okay, that's fine. I thought it was going to be more wards. No wards.
Make them suffer.
The stance is lost. Do we heal ourselves? We'll pull her forward. To accept her death. I do like that idea. I wonder what she can do with an extra turn. Mark more? I probably don't kill her. Just kidding.
One by one, life vanishes from this world.
Turns out stacking crit on a shade is pretty good. Who would have thought? I'm just going to keep interrupting this guy's stance.
Strength through pain.
I'm never letting him get that off. Ever. Smack. They hit hard, huh? That's your that's your complaint? That I hit hard? I do hit hard. Thank you for noticing. That crit is absolutely bonkers. I mean, this has gone well. I'm trying to think if there are ways to improve this for me. And I'm sure there are. But what would those be? Could I increase the damage?
Mop up the gore. I'd hate to see plants using it as fertilizer.
The damage of his attack? My brains do I have? I just have one? Boo. I'm trying to think, because the way this is worded is that it deals damage equal to 80%, bosses 40%, of the sanity that the target is missing. Right. So, I actually had a really funny thought. Oh no. Okay, hear me out. The boss we're about to fight a boss, by the way. I don't have this. Can you even get the Humanorium for the bosses? I don't think so. But he has 999 armor and 999 resistance, right? The Dampier can remove that. And if I remove his wards with the Shade, can I target him with stress? A curious thought. I think the Mummy is probably one of the stronger frontliners for curses, but unfortunately, he can't get more armor. He's like evasion, sort of. Barely. Okay, scratch that. He's not evasion. So if we wanted a tanky boy, would it just be literally putting another Blood Phantasm in? Okay, welcome back, everyone. I had to sit and think for a moment. For a hot minute, I know. Rip. But here's the plan. Okay, it's a plan. I'm gonna try and kill this boss the irregular way. Also known as directly. Will it work? I have no idea. Am I going to try it? Absolutely. One of the chief sponsors of the mining complex beneath the human castle, he thus bears a great deal of responsibility for freeing Iratus from his eternal prison. Not that anyone would dare remind him of this fact, since his keen mind has been deemed invaluable by the Alchemist's Guild. After all, few can actually calculate the precise amount of explosive power needed to clear a tunnel without causing a cave-in. But now that he is personally forced to try to salvage this venture, he has turned his great intellect to far more warlike pursuits. So if you didn't know the way that this boss works, the Inventor, he has a ridiculous amount of HP and sanity, as well as 999 armor and 999 resistance, meaning he's basically invulnerable. He has no wards though, that's cool. He creates pylons, they are random which ones he picks, and they are summon minions that will disappear at the end of battle, so when you kill him, and they all have features stating that they don't escape, the pylon is immune to all buffs and debuffs, immune to stress attacks at ignitions. However, the Inventor loses 100 vigor for each destroyed pylon. So the simple way to do this is to just destroy a bunch of pylons. But that's not fun, is it? So what we're going to do is we're going to see if we can utilize the Dampier to kill him, really. That's my plan. And I ended up creating a Blood Phantasm. I didn't explain that part. But I ended up using my level 13 brain to create a Blood Phantasm that will do things. I had a feeling that was coming. So I think if... If we wanted to kill him... we would need a vampire and Skeletor. I mean, not Skeletor, but we would need a vampire. To use greater aspects. Because the support... or just get it so the support pylon doesn't do anything. You need to wait, though. It can continuously purge buffs. So that's cool. I'm probably going to retreat, but I'm going to wait for a moment. How do you not have enough wrath? Ugh. Let's see what happens. Did he get healed as well? We're retreating.
Carve open their husks.
So, let's see. I'm thinking. The pylons are doing a lot more than I remember them doing. Why are you not... what? He's dead, but it's not my fault. Did the stun? Well, goodbye level 13 brain. I missed you. I used you wrong. I'm sorry.
Death has been denied.
Oh, I got a pylon. Let me read that. Can I see it? Here it is. The defensive pylon. Recovers 14 vigor and 14 sanity. Buffs for 4 turns. Target deals more damage. It removes all debuffs from an ally. Alright. I am fairly convinced that killing him is impossible. After that. Fairly convinced. So, what we're gonna do... Shade's actually useless here, huh? They can be moved, by the way, the support pylons. Man, I wish I had another brain. I wish that Blood Phantasm just didn't get stunned out of death. Or into death. Excuse me. Okay. We're going in with an unlikely combination of things. But hopefully it's enough. The Fallen Dampier, I don't know what her place is, but I'm sure she'll do something, right? I mean, what are my other options? I could bring in Buffbot. Is that even worth it? Where is Buffbot anyway? Here he is. Let's see if this helps. I do also have the Ghoul. The Ghoul is here for emotional support. Really. This is Skeletor. Just get rid of this. Search, smacking that. Plus his buff. I'm gonna need a way to heal somehow, some way. But you know what? That's fine. We'll figure it out somehow. I'm sure. Ow. I don't remember him doing that very frequently. This is Buffbot again.
This will be your end.
See if I can kill this. No. Yeah, so once you destroy the pylons, he kind of just keeps summoning pylons. Going twice is unfair, bro. I'm gonna need a way to get rid of those buffs. And I'm trying to think if I currently have one. I do not. That is unfortunate. Putting it all on Skeletor is probably not very helpful when they're not buffing, but I believe in him. I did upgrade the Bone Golem's block thingy, because that seems helpful. Good news. There is good news. Those blocks, or those buffs, are timed. Bad news.
One less annoyance in the world.
I kind of just have to eat them until further notice. I mean, Skeletor will probably be fine. But I don't think the other things are going to be fine. I think the other things are going to be very dead, honestly. Maybe not. Maybe Skeletor can just get there. I mean, it is heresy to assume otherwise. Ow. The fact that skeletons are immune to this stun is actually very powerful. This ghoul is very dead. It's only level 1 ghoul. I'm actually impressed that she survived this long.
Death delivered.
If only I could hit him. It's very annoying that he can do both. These things are healing him. And they're going to take a little bit longer to cut down. Probably should have used the attack that ignores armor. Heal me. And then go boom.
Being born was your first mistake. Opposing me? Your last.
That wasn't too bad, actually. Missed. Okay. What are we doing exactly? I guess we're trying to kill things.
Ah, your frail bodies failed.
Skeletor's gonna carry us through victory. The problem is that once...
Break it, you end up replacing it. Got it?
Once Skeletor succeeds, which I'm fully convinced that he will, we're gonna be left with, like, nothing. Good dodge by the ghoul, though. Another excellent dodge. Or just missed. Whichever. How many are left? Can't tell. Mouse. 3. Oh, 3's a lot. I like how Skeletor is just like, meh. Meh. Sure, it hurts, but not that much.
Maybe I'll craft this one into furniture.
2 more. It can be done. We set up that kill for Skeletal. Oh, he's repairing it. At least he took his turn doing that instead of zapping me. I can't actually kill it even if I just crit it. I can get close though. Close enough that you can finish it off.
Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
This went well. Actually, no, it didn't. It did not go well. This went the opposite of well.
Curses.
Yeah, see? Opposite of well. We win next turn. He's at 70 hit points. Please heal him a little bit, but not enough, I don't think. Wouldn't it be funny if it brings him exactly to 100? Like it did? Alright, farewell.
Toss them in with the rest.
Exact lethal.
My will is a tide that will wash away your pathetic civilizations.
We get a level 8 brain, a level 9 brain, amulet, spirit necklace, and all of the humanorium tokens. Nice. Next floor. Then I'm gonna probably call it a day, because things seem to be going not in my favor. As the dwarves fell before the onslaught of the walking dead, I'm not sure I would call it that, news of the crisis started to spread far and wide. The human kingdom was rich and willing to pay gold uncountable to whomever could manage to bring them the head of the newly awakened necromancer. They would all gather here, in these barracks, cunning rogues and learned mages, knights and elven rangers, all following the siren call of coin. They knew not of the true scope of danger that awaited them. In the end, they were just lambs gathering before the butcher. And that is where we are going to call it for today. Thank you all for watching. This is a very long map. I apologize for the bloodshed, the loss, and the defeats. But hopefully, we can rise from the ashes like the beautiful phoenix that we are and overcome this floor of evasive things, because that's what we're going to be fighting. If you have any suggestions, comments, or concerns, my ears are wide open. I would love to hear them. Please help. But that will be for next time. Slight spoiler. Look, all the stuff I've killed before. Wow. Beautiful.